I'm immediately getting the sense that you're somebody who puts up a front. So you've been through a lot, but you don't show it. So when people meet you, they probably don't think you've been through a lot. They think, oh, this gal or guy has got their thing together. They've got their SHIT together, right? Because of the experience, you are being the best version that you can be, so you're always kind to other people. I think that is the current situation right now. If it doesn't resonate, it doesn't have to, but that is the message that I'm getting right now. And hence, I think the experience has to do with, so this is the cage bird. Experience could be that you felt trapped. At a certain point, you feel trapped. It could be right now, it could be recently in the past, it could be something you've just gotten out of, but you feel like this bird here, the cage is golden. So that is a key sign that even though your situation is not, because there are worse things in life, right? Because you're probably thinking, oh, there's worse things in life, but there is a point in your life where you felt trapped. You're like this bird. You're in this gilded cage. So it could be a home situation, or it could be a relationship situation, or it could be a job, for example. It could be, just take it how it resonates. That is to do with the wounded healer as well. It's tied to it. So it's tied with your emotions in terms of that you can't really move past this. There's a block where you can't move past this. You could still be going through this, or you've just recently moved on from it. You see opportunity, 100% opportunity. You've pushed through these emotions and the experiences that you had, and you're always generous to people, you're kind to people, and you always try to see the best in things, but you still keep those wounds in you because there are lessons that you've taken, and you find it hard to forget. However, you don't let it stop you from taking that step forward. That's why this opportunity card, this letter card is coming forward. There's a light at the end of the tunnel, if that makes any sense. It could be a physical letter in the mailbox. But I'm just seeing it's an opportunity of some kind. It could be coming through as a phone call, an email, or a message. You've been hurt, you've been beaten down in some way, shape, or form, emotionally, mentally, physically, but you didn't let that change. You didn't let these experiences change you as a person, and therefore there's light at the end of the tunnel coming through in the form of a letter, some form of communication, or an application that you're waiting to hear back from. There is the threads of fate. I'm just going to show you the cards for this. The threads of fate, this card, and then the map with no names, and there's a guardian. Immediately I'm getting whoever this is for. The opportunity, the letter, could be something to do with travel. So you're waiting on a visa application. You could be waiting for visa. I'm getting visa, a plane ticket. It's getting some kind of approval. But take it how it resonates. It could be a job application that involves going abroad. So that's something else I'm also getting. So it's very exciting. I'm seeing adventure because of these cards. There's a lot of travel aspect here. So the map with no names, it could suggest 100% going abroad. You could have a specific country in mind. I'm getting European countries, some kind of a European country, but this is very unspecified. So I think France, Germany, what else? There's Berlin, and I'm getting Ireland. When you're seeing this reading, there's a specific country that immediately comes to mind. There's the thread of fate. I really like this card. I didn't expect it to pop out, but the thread of fate essentially says that I don't like the saying where, oh, things happen for a reason, but there are things where sometimes we are in a situation, so hence the broken healer. I'm being drawn back to this card of the broken healer, where in that situation, in the negative situation where things aren't going right, and it feels that nothing is going right, that the whole world is against you, and nothing you do, and no matter how hard you try, no matter how hard you try in life, in your job, in school, anything in life, in relationships, and nothing seems to be going well, even though you're genuinely such a good person with a good heart, and you're just thinking, why does this have to happen to me? Hence the wounded healer. But because of that experience, you've ended up pushing through it, and that's why the fate is more that everything you've been through, it's leading up to this opportunity, because you've lived to see the day where you get this opportunity, and you're going to be so glad that you didn't give up, and you didn't let all these negative emotions affect you. You didn't let the environment affect you. On your inside, you're still seeing things in a hopeful light. You're meant to have this opportunity. You're meant to go on to this country and take on this opportunity associated with this letter, which I don't. Take it how it resonates, whatever opportunity it might be. It could be a job offer. It could be just a year abroad. It could be anything. I'm sensing really positive vibes because there is this guardian, and I think this card came up at the very end. This card came up literally at the very end. Now there is an armor here, so it could signify strength for some people, and it's this card is tied to safety. So I think this trip, whatever this trip is abroad, you're gonna be protected. You're gonna be 100% protected, because going abroad can be very scary, especially if you're going on your own, but you're gonna be very protected, hence the suit of armor. It could, I'm also getting that you're a very strong person because of the broken healer, because of the experiences that you went through, and you felt really trapped and you felt that you couldn't get out. It's in the extremes, you're being pushed to your limit. You come out, you survived, but you're still protected. This trip is gonna, may seem very scary. I'm getting it's very out of your comfort zone, but this guardian, it just means you're gonna be protected.